collective, your heart is about to be free from something that's been keeping it captive for a very long time. I don't know how this is going to happen, but somehow there is a shift happening because of a circumstance that's going to help you see something very differently. Where maybe right now you're seeing someone with anger, resentment over a betrayal of some sort. Where you're about to see them in a new light, where almost like where you see them as pathetic and feel sorry for them. I don't know how this is coming about, but for whatever reason, they're saying it's extremely important to your heart to know that. Okay. So we're going to jump in now. Can't wait to get some sun on my skin. I'm so pale. I look like the Cullens from Twilight. Wish I was as fast as them and I could sparkle like them in sunlight. That'd be cool. Read thoughts. Predict the future. They're a lot like Source. All right, so in the past, this all flew out in the past. So in the past, your soul was whispering something to you. You know what your heart's desire is, where you belong, who you belong with, or just where you, it's like where the majority of your life is going, like the trajectory of your life. Um, you know where it's going. Or you knew like an idea, like you knew maybe the big picture where it took, like, even though you were just getting the idea, the picture, the dream, there's something about like you were being taught patience during that time. Like, so even though you were receiving this great dream, this great idea that felt so visceral and real to you that it kept you going even in the hard times, there's something about like you had to wait for a long time because one of the things you had to learn was patience, practicing patience in a way where you're not so for example, there's something here about you having an energy of, well, if I'm not going to get it this way, I'll just go and do it this way, even though it's going to be harder. It's going to have a negative effect down the line. That's what's going to happen, or that's what was happening before, where you were kind of banging things into place to make it work. And now you've learned to relax and allow the universe to kind of bring things into you. So you're going to start seeing evidence of that roll into your life in a profound way. And the other thing is they wanted to point out the reason you had to be taught patience and something had to take longer than what maybe you had expected was because you were also learning how to honor yourself. So when you had to be patient for something, you were being shown other people and how they treat you in that time where you had to be patient. And then it's going to tell you how to move forward with those people when you no longer have to be patient to wait on these things. So it's like almost that time of that you had to wait showed you and provided you a lot of things. Like it showed you who's really for you, who's not for you. It showed you all the little things that were happening around you that were going to be big problems for you in the future. It's like almost like you were starting to recognize, okay, if that money would have come in or that job would have come in and a month ago, I would not have recognized that so and so was going to try to steal it from me because of A, B, and C. So it's like you had to see other people's character and their behaviors towards you when you didn't have money, when you were down and out, and when you do have money. So there were so many reasons things had to take a long time. But one of the biggest things you learned to do was honor yourself, and that's why the blessings are going to pour in. Like when you learn to honor, like when the universe, basically what the universe does is like, do you love yourself? Do you think you're worth it? Show me. That's basically what the universe does. In every instance, like you can't feel joy and not express love. They're like tandem. They're two, one, like one and the same. So really, truly, the universe responds to people who love themselves, who care about themselves, who believe that they are worthy and deserving of the things that they want. So if you don't love yourself, or something's not coming into you, maybe there's a layer of self love that you didn't know existed that you have to like unravel and figure out. And that's what you've been doing. Okay. Yeah, so before it's like the that incubator period was teaching you how to bring balance to a scattered lifestyle, scattered brain, scattered everything. So it's like you were going from one extreme to another, where you're going from a scattered, crazy kind of life maybe to a more polished life with a robust abundance where there's like a lot of other like moving parts and activities that are vastly different than the low vibrational choices you had before. So all of that had to be dismantled. That scattered energy had to okay, they're showing me work itself out. Like I'm saying, I don't know why I was just doing it and they're like showing me to work itself out. It had to work itself out. Okay, so for some of you, this has been coming up, and I don't remember which zodiac signs it came up for, but there's something about seeking counsel for something. Like some of you may be in a position where you seek counsel, or it could be professional. This counsel could be a professional, like as in something with business, like maybe you have a business opportunity or plan, or you want to present something to someone who's already doing what you do and get some advice, something like that. It could be something of that, but they are saying you are going to be provided some type of professional assistance. And that professional assistance is going to help also bring a lot of balance to that scattered energy that's been going on for you. And then we have so, what you got pulled out of was a victim mindset. You didn't realize the opportunities and options you had available to you. And now you're seeing those options clearly, or at least clearer than you were in the past. So, you've been able to take some action towards the things that are going to help you advance in the future. And it's like people take notice of that because they notice when you start to feel better or do something to look better, feel better. They then all of a sudden they're nosy and they want to know what you've got going on. Before, it didn't matter. But now that you're looking better, feeling better, doing better, people are going to be nosy and they get jealous. And that's just the nature of the beast. You're going to have that anywhere you go. So that storyline always comes out. I'm not going to speak much to it because, well, you get it. Why care about what they think? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Unleash your inner wild child, get up and dance. So, for example, I knew that today's energy was going to be one of take it easy, do creative things. And I even have it written on my board over there, everything that I'm planning on doing today that's creative. It's written down on my board. And one of the things I had was to do a 30-minute dance workout and at least two fun dance songs that I want to do with my daughter. So I wrote down specifically the things I wanted to do, wanted to do today, and I've been doing them and I feel amazing. So I'm hoping that everybody else is taking this advice and like implementing it because it really is working. Okay. They want you to step out of your comfort zone, try something new. This is where your fun's going to be. So they've been saying to have fun. You're going to have fun doing something new. You doing the same thing that has like all of the juice has been squeezed out of it. There's no flavor left in the gum. There's nothing left in what you're doing. It's like you thinking about doing it seems boring and stagnant. So they want you to mix it up and try something different. It could be literally, you could be like the same activity, but you're doing it in a totally different way. So there's something about that shaking up the monotonous energy in your body to where you kind of feel like that spark again, because it feels like that spark's been lost for a while due to all the healing and the patience and the scattered energy. But you don't need to have that anymore. You can have everything that you want. And it's going to start with you doing something small and new to shift you out of that like mundane energies. Like you really need a deep laugh, a good surprise, a good idea, something to run with that's new and fresh and exciting. Yeah. Um, and then, like I said earlier, I just said it, slow down and rest. This is a day, this is a time to just like sit back and relax. The body, there's a lot going on in the ethers, all right? And it's causing our bodies to feel tired, lethargic. Maybe you do have a scattered brain. If you do, it's like this is the time to just kind of chill as much as you can. Even when you're at work, find ways to chill. There's something that you do keep reassessing. And it's like you're trying to see it through, but it's not something they want you to reassess and see through. It's like you're putting some energy there that doesn't need to be there, and it's causing some undue stress. So, could it be that you're helping someone or you're trying to work something out with someone, and it's just like you know it's not going to work out in the future, so why are you trying to make it work now? Like, just bear it, grit and bear it, or it's kind of like that situation where you know that this isn't going to be in the future. It's just it's temporary, whatever it is you're doing, but you're putting effort into it. You're allowing it to affect your heart in a way. Like maybe it's somebody that you're caring about their opinion, and you really shouldn't care about their opinion. So, but it does. It feels like something like that where you're giving energy to something where it's like, why don't do that? Like, go over here. Like, you're not a month from now. You're not gonna be worried about this shit. So don't sit down for an hour and have an hour long conversation hashing something out about something that's not going to matter a month from now. It's something like that. It's like giving away your power without realizing like these little like leaks, places where you're siphoning, like your energy's being siphoned, right? Okay. Whatever you do to expand, whatever you do to that, you're going to be stepping out of your comfort zone. They want you to do this. They did that yesterday. I think it was in the Capricorn reading, and then they had me do a yogi squat as well. So yeah, yeah. I'll just go ahead and do it. So like the yogi squats, they want you stretching, bounce. Oh, I felt a huge pop up my spine. It's like that energy needs to be worked out of the hips and the sides. Yeah. There's something about a lot of like dense, like packed energy in this whole area. Like here, all the way here is very tight on someone. Like there's a lot of stored trauma. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. Okay. Anyway, that's what they want you working on. If the universe is trying to pull you out of a situation where you've played it small and people have put you in a box and kept you in that box where they want you to remain small. Now that you're stepping out of that box, you are looking like somebody to other people, even though you're not disrespecting them, you're not saying anything negative about them. They're taking it as a hard, cold fuck you. And that's not what you're doing. You're just trying to do something different for yourself. And that is not your problem. How they react to that is not your problem. You may, and this is why they're telling me, eventually something will come to a head where you're going to have to be around this person. You're going to be living your life just doing you. And they have been letting something stew deep down. And then all of a sudden they're going to have a knee jerk reaction. And then the truth comes out about what they've been feeling. And it's like you've known about it, but they never admitted it. They never said it. So you went on about your life. And then all of a sudden they come out and they just spat off of their mouth. That is their insecurities. It has nothing to do with you. So do not let this affect you and make you feel worse, because they're feeling some way inside. They're all knotted and wadded up. And then what's going to happen is they're going to have a knee-jerk reaction to something that does not matter. It's not the real issue. The real issue is, wow, they're saying that you they they want you to be their savior, and they demand that you be their savior. It's like in their energy they feel like they have a right to demand this of you, and you not giving this anymore, and or pulling away somehow in their eyes is disrespectful. This is not your, it's like, this is the issue. This is the problem. This is somebody who keeps wanting to pull you back. It's like, it's a meaningful relationship. It could be a parental relationship or something that's just like heart based, to where it pulls you back, where you, it's like, you know, you shouldn't be doing certain things and you get annoyed by it, but you do it anyway. And this person is like, they feel like you righteous in this, like they demand this of you. And it's coming to a head where they're realizing, okay, instead of realizing, okay, I'm expecting too much from them because they want to be babied, is what it is. They're going to say they don't love me anymore, they don't care about me, they don't respect me. That's what they're saying in their mind. That's not the truth. And when they have this knee-jerk reaction, it's going to be to something very small and insignificant, has nothing to do with anything, and they're going to blow up about that one little thing, and it has nothing to do with anything. What it has something to do with is you pulled your energy back to reclaim your power, and they are having a lot of karma hit them now because you're not there to pick them up and keep them going anymore. But you don't know this. You have no idea what's going on behind the scenes of somebody else losing control of their life circumstances because you left it somehow. So that is not your issue. That is something they need to figure out for themselves, because for the longest time they were making it seem like they carried you, but you were carrying them. All right. I don't know what that came through super strong. That was interesting. All right. Anything else? No, I'm going to leave that one there and just pop another one out for the next day. Peace and love.